So welcome. For this practice, you'll need a towel or a taeduk, something like that, and you'll need a block. So get your stuff and then find your seat. Now let's start by bringing the hands underneath the buttocks and then pulling the buttocks a bit back. And please sit on something, on a block or a cushion. And then there's one block or a book, you can also use that, and you're going to place it on top of your head. Right on the middle of your head. And then rest your hands down, elbows gently underneath the shoulders, and close your eyes. Finding a sturdy base. That's where we started the journey, at the base. We've traveled through the first chakra, Muladhara Chakra, which governs all our primary needs, as in safety, feeling loved, having shelter, related to the element of earth. So this is very dense, and this is definitely something we can see and touch. So it's very alive and real. And then we moved up to Svadhistana Chakra, which is above the pubic bone and below the belly button, related to the element of water. And since water moves, this is also the element that gets us moving, interweaving with our community, people around us. And it's almost literally about our ability to create, creating a painting or a project, but also creating life, our sexual fire. Then we've traveled up above the belly button and below the chest bone, which houses Manipura Chakra, which is our digestive fire here as well. And it is related to the element of fire. And in this phase of our life is where we create our ego, our identity. And it is from this place where we get up and go, where we do stuff, where we do our things, and where we take action. Aligning these 3 places within your body. And then from Manipura Chakra, we moved up to the 4th chakra, which is Anahata Chakra, located around the heart space. This governs love, compassion, empathy, being able to create healthy, strong, long-lasting relationships with others, but also with yourself. And then from this heart chakra, it becomes more and more subtle. The emotion that rise up from the heart, we have the ability from the throat chakra, the 5th chakra, Vishuddha, right at the center of the throat, its location. And then put these emotions that we feel into words. It's about clear communication, being able to what we feel on our inner world, being able to put it clearly into the outer world, to put our vision out there. And then last week we've traveled up towards Ajna Chakra, the 6th chakra, which is located in between the eyebrows. It's our 3rd eye. And here it becomes even more subtle. From this place we can clearly see, not with the 2 eyes that can sense the external world, but our 3rd eye, which is looking inward. And then when we take the time to truly look inward, we can see more clear what is real and what is unreal, and what is covered on our beliefs or conditioning that we got from the past. So the sentence that belongs to this chakra is I see. And now it becomes even more subtle. So travel up towards the crown of the head. The seventh chakra, Sahasrara Chakra, is located right above the crown of the head where the block is. So move your awareness there and then gently press the crown of the head into the block. And this is the place from where we know. Sahasrara literally means pure awareness. And maybe that's a bit far beyond for us in our daily lives where we need to go to work and bring the children to school and have a million things to do. But we can see these little glimpses what this chakra is about. It's about bliss, experiencing enlightenment. But there are these little glimpses of happiness, feeling connected, and the place from where you know everything is perfect. You feel ultimately happy, and it's short moments. It's the brief moments when you experience true love. Maybe for someone that you love so dearly, or at birth of a child, or at death. Little moments of bliss. It moves beyond the senses. It cannot be seen, it cannot be touched, but it can be felt. So the color related to this chakra is either violet or pure light. And then you decide to visualize light, a ball of light hovering above your crown. And every time when you inhale, the light lights up. And every time when you exhale, this light spreads out around you like a halo. Connect your breath to it, make it a little bit deeper, a little bit stronger. And then letting go of this visualization. Now lining up these 7 places within your body. So the crown of the head lines up with your sturdy base. You're pressing your seat into the mat. And then gently lifting the crown of the head up a little bit more while the shoulders soften down the back. And we're going to stay here for a few more moments in silence. Totally aware of the earth below and the space above you. Equally as important. Like each chakra is as important as the next or the previous one. And ultimately, it's about balancing all these qualities within yourself. And from this place, we go beyond what we know, what we can see. It goes beyond our thinking and beyond reasoning. Let's take a deep breath in all together. Exhale. Bring your palms in front of your heart. We'll open a practice with Om. Now when you Om, when you do the chant, can you press your seat into your into your mat, and at the same time press the crown of the head up when you chant the sound Om. Exhale. Inhale. Slowly open your eyes. Now remove the block. Take it to the side. So, crown chakra. So we'll be activating the crown headstands. So let's get up. We're going to do a practice that really prepares for headstands. So you understand the alignment of headstands, or you can have a little bit of fun at the end of the practice in this headstand. So let's start feet together in Tadasana. You interlace your fingers and you place your fingers above your head. I'm going to show you from the side. So let's start at the root. Lift up your toes, activate your feet. Find the center of your feet and then place your toes down, nicely spread. Start to activate your thighs without overstretching your knees, and then hug your inner thighs in towards each other. Now the tailbone moves straight down. Imagine you have a third leg. And you're moving your tailbone down as both of your heels press into the earth. Now let's move up towards the ribs. Some of you, I have it too, the front of the ribs pop a little bit out. So hug them in towards the shoulder blades. And then lower them down so you can lift your hip bones up towards the floating ribs. And notice how that activates your abdomen. Keep that. And now, very important, pull the shoulder blades down the back so much that you can feel the muscles of the back working really hard. And then the crown of the head moves up towards the hands. Now keep all that. Take a deep, full breath in. Exhale. I hope you're at the front of the mat. Otherwise, walk to the front of the mat. Move back in this alignment. And we'll be revisiting this. And now release your hands down. Keep your alignment going. Now inhale, reach your arms all the way up. You can look up, and when you exhale, you fold forward. If you need to, please bend your knees, tuck your chin in here. Inhale, lengthen through your chest. Crown of the head moves forwards and the tail stretches back. Again here, shoulder blades down, the back activates the upper back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up, nice and strong into your legs. And then exhale, back down again. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, slowly coming all the way up, exploring the space above your head. Exhale, back down again. Inhale, reaching heart forwards. Now stay here. Plant your hands and step into plank position. Spreading out through your fingers, nice and wide. Okay, now holding this plank and then place the feet a little bit closer towards each other. Can you find the same alignment here? So let's start with the legs. The feet, the toes are right underneath your heels, and you press your heels back. Hug your inner thighs in and then move your hip bones towards your lower ribs and move the lower ribs towards your hips. Can you feel how strong the body becomes when you do that? Keep that. And now sliding shoulder blades back and moving the chest bone a little bit forward. Feel how the back body starts to work, pressing the mat away. And now imagine the block on top of your head, which is of course not possible. But imagine you have it there and you're able to gently press the crown of the head into the block, creating just a little bit more length in the neck. Now breathe. And then exhale with or without your knees. Keep your spine nice and strong. Slowly lower all the way down. Stretch your toes back and then press the toes, the tops of the feet into the mat. Engage your thighs so the kneecaps lift. Take a little cobra, roll your shoulders back and then keep pressing the hips into the mat. Energetically sliding hands back and placing the tips of the shoulder blades down the back, opening through the chest. It's like you're pulling the mat back and you're extending the heart forward. Visualize the crown of the head pressing into this imaginary block, staying here. Keep your legs nice and strong, breathe. Exhale. Again, chin to chest, slowly come up. Start at the feet, engaging the legs. You can make your cobra a little bit bigger. Dragging the hands back, opening through the chest. And then planting the tips of the shoulder blades down the back, upper back muscles working hard. Breathe. Exhale. Okay, let's come up into all fours. And from all fours, we'll move into downward facing dog. Lining up the spine, and all these 7 points. You would have a stick. These 7 points would line up with a stick, also in downward facing dog. Okay, exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step, walk, or jump to the front of the mat. Take an inhale, lengthen, keep the back of the neck nice and long, lower ribs in and up, and then exhale. Sweep your arms all the way up, and then exhale back down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step into plank. Take a pause here. Lining up, inner thighs hug in, hip bones to the front of the ribs towards hip bones. Now moving the shoulders down the back and extending the ears away from the shoulders. Deep breath in. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, rise. Cobra pose, hugging the elbows in, planting the tips of the shoulder blades down. Exhale, downward dog. Wrapping the shoulder blades here, hugging the elbows in while you're pressing your inner hands firmly into the mat. Our next exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step, walk, or perhaps jump. Take an inhale for length. Shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Again, exhale down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step into plank, pause into plank. Find this long line of strong energy in the body. This is your headstand already. Suck the belly up towards the lower back by moving hip bones and the floating ribs towards each other. Back of the neck stays nice and long. Deep breath in. Exhale all the way down. Now, sliding your hands further back, you can still take a gentle cobra or you float up into upward dog. So first you go up, sliding your weight a little bit forward, and then hold cobra or upward dog. Pressing yourself away from the earth, energetically pulling the hands back, chest bone moves forward, shoulder blades down the back, and then extend the ears up away from the shoulders. Breathe. Exhale, downward dog. Next exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step, walk, or perhaps jump. Inhale for length. Exhale, fold forward. Circle your arms all the way up. And now bring your hands in front of your heart. Exhale. Make sure your feet are together. And then come up in Utkatasana. So bend your knees, inner thighs hug in, reach your arms up. Now also here, hip bones move towards the floating ribs towards hips. Move the shoulder blades down the back and feel how the side of the upper body is working hard. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, step into plank. Pause in plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down. Cobra or upward facing dog. Rise, float up. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Now inhale, move back forward into plank position. And then place your forearms down. So here, we do the same thing. Wiggle the feet a little bit back. And then checking if your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. And then interlace your fingers here. So what happens a lot also in headstand is this or that. So find your alignment, and you're looking at the screen so you can check your own alignment here. Press the heels back, hug the inner thighs in, and then move your hip bones towards the floating ribs and vice versa. Back of the neck stays nice and long. Reaching the crown of the head forward while you pull the shoulders back. So you can use your elbows to do that, energetically pull the elbows back so it becomes really strong. Hold, keep your legs strong. 3, 2, and 1. Stay up. Release your hands and turn your thumbs up. Here. We're going to add pulsations and then we're going to go out. So then you're done, right? Okay, take a deep breath in here. Press through your forearms. Round. Especially the upper back. Tuck your chin in. And then back to neutral. Exhale. Chopping your hands into the floor. Lift. Round. Exhale. Keeping the hips and the floating ribs moving in the same direction towards each other. 2 more. Round. Exhale. So we're building strength to go upside down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. You're going to stay here for 3. Keep your legs nice and strong. Holding the position. 2. And 1. Go down. Okay, rest your hands on top of each other. Foreheads onto the hands. Take a little break here. Breathe deeply into the side of the body, the back of the body. And then that side out. Okay. Now bring the hands underneath the shoulders or further back. Rise up, Cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Breathing in downward dog. And then bring your knees down. Sitting down onto your heels. So you probably feel that in your shoulders. So take your towel. Place it into your right hand. Bring your right arm to the side. Bring it up. Line up the upper arm with the ear and then drop your fingers in between your shoulder blades. Left arm out to the left. Turn the thumb down. Bring it back. And then grab your towel. So, of course, you can just think, okay, doing this pose. But if you do the proper alignment, you're creating more space within your joints so you can go deeper. And it feels much more aligned, so energy can flow freely here. Now breathe and then press the back of the head into your arm. Now also here the floating ribs might want to pop up. Hug them in and breathe. Two more breaths here. And then you're gonna release. Now change to the other side. So towel in the left hand, turn the palm up and then reach it up. Now drop the fingertips in between your shoulder blades. Right arm to the right, turn your thumb down. Now keep stretching the fingers away from the shoulder to create space in the shoulder joints. And then you bend, you grab a hold of your towel, or perhaps you can interlace your fingers. Now pull both hands on the towel, so pull in opposite directions. Back of the head presses into the arm and then floating ribs down. Breathe. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Okay, put your towel to the side. We'll need it later in this practice. And then find your way back up into downward facing dog. Now the right leg floats up. Deep, full breath in. And when you exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Lower your back knee down. Inhale, both arms float up. And now exhale, hands in front of the heart. Move the floating ribs down and then twist over to your right. Left elbow hooks behind the outside of the right knee here. And now think about these 7 places. So we have the Muladhara, it's, let's say, the pelvic floor, the base of the tailbone. And above that, the place between the tailbone and the navel. And then we have the solar plexus above the navel, below the pubic bone, the heart, the throat, third eye, lining up. Visualize you're lining up all these places in the crown. Crown of the head moves forwards. Now, if you want to deepen this pose, tuck your back toes under, lift the back knee, and then firm the left thigh up towards the ceiling. And perhaps making it deeper by opening the arms. Keep lining yourself up. 3 more breaths here. Breathe. And then exhale, look down. Now bring both arms up. Deep, full breath in. And when you exhale, pivot your back foot into the mat. Take Virabhadrasana 2. Right hand turns up, reverse your warrior, deep breath in. And when you exhale, hinging forward, lightly elbow onto the thigh, or place your right hand at the inside of the right foot. Now extend the left arm overhead. Long diagonal line. Heart spirals up. Stay here for a few more breaths. Okay, then exhale, look down. Bring both hands down. Come into the ball of the back foot. And then frame your foot and slowly start to shift your weight back. Now keep the chest open, spine nice and long. Inhale forward, bending the knee. Exhale. Forward inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale forward. Exhale. Now stay here and then step that left foot more in and more over to your left. Take a deep, long breath in here. Stay here. Lining up the spine, crown of the head forward, tailbone moves back, hugging floating ribs in, and then planting the shoulder blades down the back. Now move your right hip further back. Keep pressing the ball of the right foot into the mat. Now place your hands into your hips. And then slowly coming up and pressing the feet into the mat. Reach your left arm up, turn the palm in, and then bring the left fingertips in between your shoulder blades. Right arm out to the right, turn the thumb down. And if you need to grab your towel, go ahead and do so, and otherwise interlace your fingers here. Now, floating ribs in, hip bones up. Take a deep, long breath in here. Keep your legs nice and firm, and then hinge forward. Right hip keeps moving back. Back of the head presses the arm up. Nice long lines of energy here. Breathe. for 3 and 2 and 1. Now release your hands. Both of the arms move back. Lift the shoulders, planting the shoulder blades down the back. Floating ribs hug in. A little bend into your front knee and float up into Virabhadrasana 3. So here we have an entrance pose for Headstand Shavasana. Breathe. And then exhale, slowly lower the left foot down. Frame your foot and step back into downward facing dog. So you choose to either go down in child's pose or you move through your vinyasa. Remember to keep your alignment as a preparation, training the mind as a preparation for your headstand. Okay, let's move to the other side. Inhale, left leg floats up. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Lower the back knee down. Both arms up. Floating ribs down. Hip bones move up towards the floating ribs. Exhale, hands in front of the heart and keep moving the crown of the head up. And now start to twist over to your left. Right elbow at the outside of the left knee. Now think about aligning your spine with a stick. And you're lining up the spine against the stick. Crown of the head reaching forward like you're pressing into this imaginary block. Tailbone moving back like a third leg. If you want to deepen the pose, press into that front foot to kick up the back leg. And maybe extending your arms out. Breathe. Don't collapse into the spine. Nice long lines. And focus on your breath. Exhale, look down. Now everyone pick up the back knee, come all the way up into a lunge. And turn towards the other side. And then pivot the back foot into the mat. Virabhadrasana 2 on the other side. Left palm turns up, reverse a warrior. Exhale forward, and then either left elbow onto the thigh or place the left hand at the inner left foot. Right arm overhead, and then spin the right palm down towards the floor, looking down towards the floor. Now a little bit more emphasis in the outer back heel by moving the inner thigh, the back inner thigh towards the back of the room, pressing the outer back heel into the mat, and then extend the right fingertips away from the back heel. And if you can, you look up and you breathe. Keep pressing the front foot into the mat, nice and strong. Exhale, look down. Bring both hands down. Frame your front foot, spin onto the back heel, and then shift the weight back. Inhale forwards, keep spreading through your collarbones. Exhale back. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. And we're going to stay back. So the right foot moves in. So your step is definitely shorter. And you place it more out to the right. So Utkatasana. Now slide your left hip back, but keep pressing the ball of the left foot into the mat. Now both hips, both groins move towards the back. And then extend through your spine again. So don't lift your head up and tuck your chin in. Back of the neck is nice and long. Floating ribs hugging, planting the shoulder blades down the back. And then perhaps lowering down in full Utkatasana. Keep firing up your legs. Every part of you is as important. Using the building blocks of the chakra system to build up a strong pose. Now inhale halfway up. Hug the floating ribs in, belly strong. Place your hands into your hips and slowly coming all the way up. Okay, right arm up, turn the palm in, fingertips pat the back. Left arm out to the left, turn your thumb down, and slowly bring it back, interlacing your fingertips here. Now, floating ribs down, hips move up. press the back of the head into the arm. Keep the chin parallel towards the floor. And then while you move your left hip back, your groin release back, you're going to hinge forward. So this might be a lot. Feel free to bend your front knee a little bit if your hamstrings are tight. Keep pressing the back of the head up into the arm. Breathe. Equally weight, both hands, both feet. And exhale, release. Now, bring your arms all the way back. Lift the shoulder blades back towards hips. Floating ribs in, little bend in your front knee. And then float up into Virabhadasana 3. And make sure you're not collapsing in the front, so hugging the front in, energizing the core, and keeping this inner rotation off the back leg. Breathe. Good, and slowly step it back. Bring your hands down and step into downward dog. Now let's all together take a child's pose. Of course, you can take a vinyasa first, but we'll meet in child's pose. Rest your forehead down and breathe. So every practice in this series is different. We want to evoke a different energy, a different understanding of ourselves, of the poses. And see it as an exploration, not as something good or bad, or right or wrong, or interesting or not interesting. It's an exploration of everything that's there, and see how you relate to it. Okay, now stay onto your knees and then slowly come up. So first we're going to do a little bit more core work before we're going to move into a headstand. So what you're going to do, you're going to fold your mat in three. So in twos actually. Two. So I have 3 layers. Then you'll need your towel. And you're going to place your towel behind the mat because you're going to place your feet on top of the towel. So we're going to find this forearm plank again. Come onto the elbows and interlace your fingers here. Now tuck your toes under and sliding it back. Now make sure you're not collapsing here. Hip bones towards floating ribs towards hip bones. Press your elbows into the mat and the elbows are shoulder width apart. Now keep your legs really strong. That's also what you need for your headstand. Now slowly drag the feet up, and my head is dangling above the floor, so you're not placing your head down. And slowly back. So let's do 8. 1. And slowly back. And 2. Slowly back. Keep your alignment. And when we move slowly with awareness, it's harder sometimes, but it's much more effective. Try to have fun, especially when you're done. 4. Think about when you're done. You know, we're halfway already. Keep pressing the elbows into the mat. 5. And back. Only 3 more. 6. And 7. Can you feel your legs working, core working, upper body working? It's really a full body workout. 8. And slowly back. Now lie down onto your belly. Place your hands down and rest your forehead onto your hands and relax. Breathe into the back of the body. Relaxing around your shoulders. Your back. Your buttocks, your legs.
Now take a full breath in. And then exhale all the way out. So we're going to do this thing again. And we're going to add placing the head down. We do another round of 8. We take a break and then we'll move into headstand. Yeah. So set yourself up. Elbows right underneath the shoulders. Interlace your fingers. Now tuck your toes under. And then look at my legs. Tunk. See? Super strong. Then I'm going to bring my hip bones forwards. Floating ribs. Here, and I press myself up. Now you're going to go up like we've done before. Oops. And then you place the crown of the head lightly onto the floor. And then back. That is 1. Okay? Again. Up. Head down. Top of the head. So not the front of the head. Press through your forearms. So you should not feel any pressure in your neck. 3. Keep planting the shoulder blades down the back, so up towards the hips. 4. And back. And 5. And back. And 6. And back. Keep lifting those shoulders up away from your ears. 2 more, come on. And back. Last one, you've got this, come on. And back. Okay. Lying down into your belly. Hands on top of each other. Place the other hand on top and rest your forehead onto your hands. And then relaxing around your shoulders, your back, your legs, everything. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Okay. Now, let's get up. And if you need wall space, you're not very experienced with headstand, please find a wall and place your mat against the wall. So let me first demo. And if you have a headstand practice, please go ahead and get up, but do it mindfully and revisit these points of alignment. So strong in the feet, inner thighs hugging in, and tailbone third leg, right? Hip bones to floating ribs and vice versa. And shoulder blades, very important down the back. So let me quickly show you from here, right? This is the pose, shoulder blades down the back. If I don't do that, and if I bring my elbows more out to the side, it's this. So there's a lot of compression in my neck. That's not a very safe thing to do for my neck. So you bring the elbows in shoulder width apart and shoulder blades down the back, floating ribs in, right? Very important. So the entrance is the same as what we've done before. And sometimes even when you know how to go up, to do it in more detail with more awareness, it can be a total different experience. All right, so if you're at the wall, then this is your wall and you place your hands against the wall. Elbows as wide as the shoulders. You can check that by placing your hands into your arms. Interlace your fingers, tuck your toes underneath, and then you're gonna go up. And then maybe this is your practice. Tuck the chin in, crown of the head down, and then lightly place the crown of the head down, pressing through your forearms. Ooh, and then maybe you see, okay, one leg. I've got this. And you go back, or you change. 2. Or perhaps both. If you are there, you can try by sending the legs up, moving the tail as a third leg up towards the heels, and the floating ribs up towards the hips, hips towards the floating ribs. Planting your shoulder blades down the back. So create a lot of space between the ears and the shoulders. Breathe. Nice and soft around your face. So there should be no pressure in the neck. once you had enough, you go down, stay up as long as you like.
Especially for those who've been practicing more often.
You can stay up for about 5 minutes. It's the king of all asanas. And if you had enough, you go down, you take child's pose. So we keep the brain, we keep the head low before we go up completely. So stay low. And breathe. Okay. Now, let's come out of your child's pose. Then let's take a downward dog. And the purpose here is to drop the head. So experience a length around the neck, crown of the head moves towards the floor. If you need to bend your knees, go ahead and do that. Okay. And then bring your knees down. Cross your feet behind you and then sit down behind your feet. Extend your legs forwards. Grab your towel and then walk your seat back. We're gonna place the towel around the front of the feet. If you need to bend your knees, you do that. Otherwise, press the thighs down, holding on to the towel, and then start to create length. Not lifting the chin up, but keeping the spine nice and long. And then exhale, fold forward. Think about extending the spine. Tailbone moves, background of the head moves forward. And it doesn't matter how far you can go. That's not the purpose. It's about understanding the alignment and being able to stick to your alignment, even though if that means that you don't go as deep as you would normally do. Inhale, look up, and exhale, come out. And then you're gonna widen the legs. And now also from here, you're gonna hinge your hips forward, and you're gonna fold forward. And place the hands down, keep your legs nice and strong, or on the forearms or all the way down. And breathe. Three more breaths here. And slowly come out. Okay, bring your legs together. And turn onto the middle of the mat. Slowly lie down onto your back. And then place your feet, your ankles right underneath your knees. And we're going to take a gentle back bend. Roll your shoulders under. Firm your upper arm bones, your inner hands into the mat, your feet into the mat, and then lift the hips up. And if you like, you can interlace your fingers or grab your towel and pull onto the towel with your hands to create more space for the shoulders. Rolling the shoulders under. Now don't lift your hands, press the whole arm and both of your hands down into the mat. Opening through the chest. Okay, you add a little press into your feet, which helps to move the chest bone closer towards your crown. And then slowly release, go down as slowly as you can. And then pull your knees into your chest. And then take little circles. And then circling in the other direction as well. Now Grab a hold of the back of your thighs, roll yourself up, and then find a seat. Please sit on your block or on a cushion with your legs crossed. So we'll end this practice with Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breathing, balancing out our two sides, creating union here. And then you can either choose to move into Shavasana onto your back, or you stay up in meditation, which is perfect for the seventh chakra to do. And then we'll move into silence. Okay. So we'll work with the right hand, and just join me. Your peace fingers, you place them in between your eyebrows. And make sure that right shoulder, you pull it up and you roll it back and you plant your right shoulder blade down the back. You kind of anchor it. Yeah. Now take an inhale through both nostrils. Close your right and then exhale through your left. Now inhale through your left. Close and exhale through your right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Now release your right hand down. Inhale through both nostrils and then visualize pulling all the energy towards your spine. And when you exhale straight up and out through the crown of your head. Do it again 2 more times. Inhale, drawing the energy in towards your spine, and then straight up and out through the crown of the head. Once more. And then let your natural breath take over. If you need to lie down, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, stay in this upright position for meditation. Now, with your attention, go right to the center of your brain. If you could draw 2 lines, one line vertically right through the center of your brain, and the other line horizontally, crossing the eyes, lined up with the ears. And where those 2 lines
meet, bring your attention there, rest it there. This is your quiet place. Stay here for the rest of Shavasana or meditation. Now, please stay here for as long as you like, or if you have time. From this place, I'm gonna say goodbye to you. Thank you for practicing with me. I very much enjoyed this chakra journey, and I hope you've done so too. See you next time. Namaste.